Oh my gosh. Dude, we have Snutzy versus JAELAW next. This might be the biggest match of the day.
This could change the outcome of the entire tournament. I believe, is this the first warrior that Snutzy has fought? And JAELAW is a top flight warrior. I mean, this is going to be one hell of a matchup. Snutzy, one of the greats. JAELAW, one of the great warriors. I mean, this is the one to watch, man. You do not want to miss this duel right here.
The whole tournament hinges on this match. The warrior takes out Snutzy. Here it is. Dual flags dropped. I can't wait. Snutzy trading the opener. The pet is out so we can sack the pet for the shield. No fell hunter here. Okay, we have the charge being expended from JAELAW and the helm being expended from Snutzy. Snutzy dropping combat, swapping helms, keeping JAELAW in combat. Charge with the Fab Death Coil coming out to respond. Beautifully played and responded to from Snutzy here. If that Death Coil didn't come out, JAELAW is going to start shredding through Snutzy's life. Now Snutzy, brilliant positioning, staying far, making sure JAELAW cannot connect for even a second, because if he does, Snutzy is going to get ripped with that JAELAW damage.
Dude, this is, you want to talk? Dude, he was so far out of range, we lost sight of him. Literally, he's farther than draw distance right now. So he's mounting up, he's going to get back in on this. And he's probably going to get in combat. I would expect him to get in combat before he's able to charge. But he may have to go with an intercept, which is exactly what we see. Intercept into a hamstring, and he pops wreck. He pops wreck right onto him. So he's trying to tee off on him right now, gets title charmed. Snutzy trying to keep his distance as much as possible, continue to keep his health up. He does sack the pet and he casts another one. There's a lot of absorb, there's a lot of absorb coming up, and does not sack the pet yet. But he continues, there it is. Okay, he did sack the pet, my bad. There it is. He did sack the pet right there. And then he is absorbing, not allowing JAELAW to generate any rage. Not allowing JAELAW to generate any rage while JAELAW is trying to tee off on Snutzy. Pops Berserker Rage, stops the fear, hamstring, continuing to stick to him as much as possible. This is one of the biggest duels of the entire tourney. JAELAW with an AGM, Grandmaster Trinket, being able to go with some absorbs. We're gonna add some absorb to him, gets feared away, wills, intercepts back, sticking to him. There is just an onslaught from JAELAW, and Snutzy is standing tall, hardly taking any damage, avoiding everything he possibly can, dropping the sleep and disengaging.
Snutzy used the first T of the tournament. He used 0 Ts yesterday to go 5-0. The first one expended out of 3. Snutzy would only pull the T out if he felt like he needed to, so JAELAW is a really big opponent here for Snutzy. There's the magic dust from Snutzy to reset, and the magic dust from JAELAW. Will Forsaken immediately. Another Death Coil coming in. JAELAW getting low, and Snutzy takes him out. That could be GG. We have another pet sacrifice, a full fear from JAELAW. JAELAW's looking like he might fall. Another health potion used. He's back up to 30%. There's the drain life coming out. JAELAW is so scared. Another fate coming out from Snutzy. Well played. There's the mortal strike. Drain life taking Snutzy down. The Mithril Dragonling's not going to be enough. JAELAW falls.
Yes!
And Snutzy advances.
Yes!
That's amazing,
Yes!
man.
Wow, what a duel. What a duel. Dude, Snutzy to be able to stand strong and just be getting absolutely railed by JAELAW and not even skipping a beat.
Bro, speaking of beat, like, what's my beats per minute right now? I'm freaking out over here.
So, my strategy going into this duel, guys, this was the duel to win. I told my stream, like, this day that this was the duel to win. I had to win this duel to win this tournament. And I knew that if I won this duel, I would win the tournament. But it's going up against a really good warrior that's undead, fully geared. He has AGM, he has Title Charm. Like, he is prepped for me. And on top of that, he also has a strat Clutch of Foresight, which is another interrupt I had to deal with. So, like, a lot was going through my mind during this duel that I had to think about. My strategy going into this duel, though, was usually I would start with a Seduce, but I wanted to Rocket Helm him first global because I realized that warriors was charge you starting a battle with Diamond Flask set. So you had to stall for 1 minute. So, like, right here when the duel starts, JAELAW pops his Diamond Flask set.
All right, 10 yards back. I'm going to count down from 5. When I get to 1, you will have to click accept and type I agree. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
So boom, right? I see this. He pops his Diamond Flask set. He has half rage, and in battle stance. When you Rocket Helm someone, they can't Berserker Rage out of it unless they're in Berserker stance. So I Rocket Helm him, and I made a macro. I made a macro right here to do stopwatch 60 seconds. So I'm counting down. 60 seconds. Buy me some time. Countdown. But here's where it goes wrong, guys. It breaks in 5 seconds. A 30-second CC breaks in 5 seconds. And this is where like people say like, oh, locks are OP and stuff like that. Yeah, locks are really strong in classic. But if something goes wrong in a duel, you have to be able to react and adapt quickly. And this is where I don't think anyone else would have pulled this off on this day. And this one play here, I truly do believe wins me the tourney. I see that JAELAW has a full rage bar. His charge is coming up. As a warrior, you don't want to lose your rage bar, right? Especially when you have charge available. So I allow him to charge me. And by allowing him to charge me, this is what I'm able to pull off. I let him charge me, but the same time he charges me, I press Death Coil. Boom. Knowing that he's in battle stance, he can't Zerker Rage his Sphere. So I give him the opportunity to charge me and not lose his rage bar. And get coil the exact same time that charge hits me. So I'm able to fear him when he's in battle stance. He can Will of Forsaken it. But if he Will of Forsakens it, I have Magic Dust lined up. So he doesn't want to Will of Forsaken it. So I put him in a checkmate position. Are you going to Will of Forsaken the Sphere and then get Magic Dusted? Or are you going to eat the Sphere and save Will of Forsaken for later? Right? So my original strategy of Rocket Helm breaks within 5 seconds. I have to react on the spot and be like, what the fuck am I going to do next? What kind of moves am I making next? You have to react instantly and make a pull off a play like that. I have 20 seconds left before I can start doing damage to him because Diamond Flask is about to fall off. So at this point, I'm just kiting him out, right? I'm just waiting for the Diamond Flask to fade. So right here, I'm able to keep him in combat, prevent him from charging me, making him use Intercept, losing all his rage. And now his Diamond Flask is off. He has no longer his Diamond Flask. I'm like, okay, now the duel begins. I net him here on his wreck. But this was actually a big mistake for me because I forget that warriors have Spider Belt. So this was actually a really big mistake for me. He actually Spider Belts out of it. This was my one misplay. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about Spider Belt. I didn't even think about it. So this was a huge misplay by me by using that here. Instead of using one of my like Magic Dust or whatever. But whatever. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We have to make some plays. So the second that happens, I use Tidal Charm on his wreck to buy me some time, and then I use AGM to absorb his recklessness damage. And right here in my mind, guys, I'm like, he still has that trinket from Strat Undead, and he still has Pummel. I need to get this out of the way. He still has Will of Forsaken. He still has a bunch of outs. So I'm trying to be in this position where I'm just faking interrupts at this point now. I go for one cast. I fake his counter spell. He has one of these and one of these only for the entire duel tournament. He uses it on me. I fake it here. He still has Pummel available. I go for a cast. I go for the fake on the Pummel. So I fake back-to-back interrupts, and then I'm still buying myself time. I use my Void Sack early. Keep him rage starved a little bit. My AGM just fell. I just fake 2 interrupts. Let me use a Void here, so I have no pushback for my next upcoming cast. So I pre-summon that Void early to prevent him from getting rage. His interrupt comes back up. We gotta go for a fake here again soon. Actually, this right here, I actually don't go for a fake here because I see that he has low rage and he's on global cooldown. So I just straight up go for a cast here, knowing that he's not gonna kick me. I just straight up go for it. Low rage and on global cooldown. So in these moments, I'm actually tracking his abilities, knowing when he can and when he cannot interrupt me. So I'm just able to freely get a free cast here, and then force him to use Zerker Rage. And then when he does have Pummel up and he's off GCD, then I decide to fake his interrupt like that. So while this duel is happening, guys, I'm tracking my own stuff and I'm tracking his stuff. I'm tracking his global cooldown. I'm tracking his rage bar. I'm tracking when he can do certain things against me. So right here, I'm like, he still has Will of Forsaken, but he has no Zerker Rage. He has no Pummel. Let's go for a cast. I cast a Fear. Unfortunately, it resists. So I'm like, ah, crap. Okay. I need to go for another Fear here. And he wills it. Boom. Here's Will of Forsaken. I'm like, okay, there's Will of Forsaken. What do I need to do now? I need to buy myself some time. My dots are about to fall off. Let's not have these dots refreshed. I'm just not gonna refresh these dots. I need to buy myself some time. My magic dust is coming up in 10 seconds. I need to survive for the next 10 seconds. And I realize that. I let my dots fall off. I go for a lip, instant lip. Right? Just no damage. No damage taken. My magic dust is coming in 5 seconds. Just he can't attack me. He cannot attack me. He can't do anything. I just bought myself 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Magic dust full. No will of Forsaken. Change up some trinkets here. Buy myself some time. Get some distance. And I'm scared of heartbeat here. I could have maybe eaten a little bit, but I'm scared of heartbeat. We just experienced a bad heartbeat at the opener of the duel. I dot him. And I start ranging him a little bit. Just let my dots tick. Make him like spend some stuff to get to me. He magic dust to build some distance. And at this point, as soon as I saw this Nightfall proc, I'm like, oh my god. If I get a Nightfall proc like this, that's huge. That's so much damage. I coil him into a Nightfall proc. And knowing here he has no more stuff. I still have another sack. I'm in a good spot. And he's feeling really pressured, so he's forced to charge me. All I need to do is fake one more interrupt and just drain tank him, and this duel is over. So right here, as I see that he's getting rage, guys, right there, he doesn't use a global cooldown, and he gets rage. I fake his interrupt again. And I just gotta sit here and drain tank him.
You're just better, bro.
Yes! 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 And I knew this was the duo that potentially could have won me the tournament, and I just played that out of my freaking mind. And that's why I was so stoked. And after this, I mean, I had like a couple of easier matchups, like the LA Shaman had the Shadow Priest, and obviously Mage for the finals. But this was the duel. This was the duel to win, and I had to pull off some crazy shit to do it. Sure, locks are insane. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think anyone is pulling off that. What I had to pull off this duel to make it as far as I did. That's why I was so excited to win.